one foot in front of the other, footstep by footstep, and stride by stride. Training for races had become this repetitive pattern, always over the same path, completing the same runs. So I broke free. I left behind this familiar routine for running adventure across 25 European countries. This is a story of running without racing or any training plan. Of running just for the fun of it, of running for the thrill to explore new trails, and of running for the pleasure. This is the story of running to discover. The British Isles are raw, dominated by the elements.
Oh, that's sick.
On land, very little grows because of the constant wind, leaving naked rocks visible between little tundra-like bushes.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
In Skye, the wildest isle of them all, the rain was soaking me to the bones while fog was obscuring the summits of the Curlian Hills.
Yeah.
In the land of 1,000 lakes, the pathless ridge was threatened by the menacing sky, and stones were flying under the wind's strength. It was beautiful.
Lovely.
With luck, the wide lands will allow you to see their wonders under nice weather.
good, it's good. Thank you.
The day started with a delayed ferry and a long drive to a closed national park in the Netherlands. I settled for an alternative run, but pouring rain cut it short. I thought it was a bad day. It turned out to be only the beginning.
We spent a day and a half in the city of Pain. So we had our car towed 3 times. The car is now in the trash, so it's over. We just had a rental, and the not so good part is that we cannot go to most of the countries, so we had to reduce from 25 countries to 12. Yeah, so hard days.
The only way out was to go up. There are good trails all over the Alps, but if you want to enjoy the best of it, you have to be the early bird. And seeing the sunrise over Eiger reflected onto an icy lake was no exception. In the Aosta Valley, the melting snow was filling the waterfalls and rivers. This place took me by surprise. I wasn't really expecting to see a Norwegian fjord in Switzerland. Even though the snow was still covering the trails leading to the best valleys above Cortina d'Ampezzo, it was too tempting not to go.
I got lost a little and feels good to be on the path again. Feels really good. Woo!
I was 15 kilometers away from the closest shore and I had never seen a lake so blue. It was 2,000 meters straight up elevation that day. Still worth it. The Alps also have a lot of hidden gorges in which man-made trails are necessary to reveal their magic. These trails were originally installed for the crystal industry, and after its collapse, the trails were no longer maintained. Some remained lost for over a century, but in the last couple decades, passionate trail lovers rebuilt them, allowing all to experience this flowing beauty.
That doesn't exist, you know, like with nobody, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
It was so inspiring to run in such crazy places. Getting closer to the sea, the warm sun carried us to the end of our journey. Five fishermen villages along the Italian coast were crowded with tourists, but the steep trail connecting the small towns was empty under the setting sun. The blue hour is when the sun is just beyond the horizon and casting a strong blue all across the entire sky. It's my favorite time of the day. Makes you feel peaceful and free. People were crowded on the beaches and leaving these beautiful trails all alone. So I had it all to myself as I tried to keep up with the boats out at sea. On the very last run of the trip, I found a little bit of all the previous trails. The fog of Skye, the sunrise of Eiger, the vertigo of the cliffs of Moher, the uphill of Koenigsee, the river of Run Paradiso, and the tunnel of Barossa, all together. It was nothing but spectacular. place to have a good run. So go out and discover.